Hey, what's up guys? Rafiel coming at you with another comic book review. I know I said I'd be taking a look at Lethal Protector, but I found these books and I just wanted to review these a lot more because I had to reread these because these books are a lot of fun. So these books are something very obscure that you guys probably have never even heard of. This is Batman Aliens. So this is one of the many DC superhero alien predator crossover stories. Of course, there's Batman vs. Predator, Superman Aliens, Green Lantern Aliens, and Justice League vs. Predator, as well as I'm sure there's many other crossovers with the Alien and the Predator for different companies as well, like Judge Dredd, Witchblade, Terminator, all that stuff, RoboCop, all that kind of cool stuff. So these books were written by Ron Mars and illustrated by Bernie Wrightson. Hopefully I pronounced those names right. So this book basically is your typical Alien movie storyline. Very simple to understand, not a lot going on in terms of overall like complicated, convoluted plots from outside sources. Very much self-contained story that is a lot of fun to just pick up and read. It basically sees Batman investigating something on the Guatemala-Mexican border before meeting up with a bunch of these weird, like, mercenary kind of people, which I'm not going to go into too much about those characters, because if I did, you would know it would kind of spoil it a bit, where you'd feel you need to feel attached to them when you're reading them, and it's an alien. Think of this as an alien movie, so what do you think is going to happen to them, being brutally honest? It's spoilers, but I mean, it's an alien movie, so think of it as an alien movie. So basically, they enter this temple that they find, and they decide that they end up finding facehuggers and xenomorphs going crazy and killing people. So it becomes a tale of survival, and Batman, being the world's greatest detective, has to find a way to defeat these creatures, escape the temple, and get everyone out alive, because he's got to protect everyone. We learn very quickly, of course, that that's not possible, because this is an alien movie, basically, remember? And very quickly, Batman becomes quite overwhelmed with the situation he's in. Very much so with the Predator, like he did against the Predator. Of course, this doesn't actually reference the Predator, so the only references to the two books are in their own little series, the little series that they're in. So obviously Batman Aliens 2 would reference Batman Aliens 1, and vs. Predator 2 and vs. Predator 3 do reference the first Predator. So we do get a little bit of that. So we don't actually see any reference to the Predator in this series at all, so very much focuses on the aliens and the Batman. In the second book, we do get to see at the very start another indication of the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents' death. This time, however, rather than seeing the Mark of Zorro, they get to see something called It Came from Outer Space. Obviously a sci-fi movie, and we get to see Bruce's parents get killed by facehuggers rather than a gunshot. Now, this is an interesting take, as it's meant to be horrific, but it's just hilarious. Like, it's great. Like I said, this book is so much mindless fun that you can't help not loving and expecting something like this. We get to see, of course, this shows us that Bruce is actually petrified about what's going on around him, as opposed to him normally where Bruce is so serious, he knows everything that's going on, he knows how to handle the situation. He's got no clue. He's scared shitless. He doesn't know what to do. He's got to protect these people. How am I going to do it? I'm the Batman. I don't know what I'm going to do. Very, very cool sequence that we get to see here, illustrated so well by Wrightson, and I just love this sequence so much that you get to see. And there's a lot of people, obviously, the usual people in the Alien movie, the scientist guy, the guilty guy who just wants to die, the one who just wants to give up, the one who wants to take it for its purposes, and the one that wants to save themselves. Very straightforward. And of course, over the course of the series, they do end up dying, and eventually they do come to terms with, come into contact with this alligator alien, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's sweet. I mean, it kind of makes up for the fact that there's no alien queen in this book, so it's kind of cool. Very, very nice. And of course, Batman has to find a way to defeat it, and at the end of the book, he does take a facehugger for research purposes, because why not? He's Batman. You gotta know everything, and does end up throwing it off, mentioning that he hopes he never sees it again. Which, in contrast to the Predator book, he says he doesn't think it's the end of it, because he sees that there's more from the ship from space. So as far as Batman knows, we know that these are just on this ship. He doesn't think there's any more on the Earth, but he's prepared just in case. This book is a ton of mindless fun if you guys want something to just pick up and read. I do believe they can be quite rare to find. I think the trade's out of print, or I'm not sure if the trade got reprinted. But having the prestige formats is very nice. So if you guys don't know what prestige formats are, they are like bound, they are single issues, but they're bound kind of like a trade, and they do have, I think, 44 pages rather than the usual 22 pages. And they obviously are a little more expensive, and they do look quite nice. They are presented to be quite nice, which is something that I think the Batman Aliens books do have more visually over the Batman vs. Predator books, as the Batman vs. Predator books were released as regular single issues, but the first series was also released in prestige format, as you can see. This book is a lot of fun that I definitely recommend you guys check out. It basically is everything you could want from an alien movie starring the Batman. And I mean, that sounds ridiculous as hell, but given I'm much more of a fan of Batman than Superman, I do enjoy Batman Aliens over Superman Aliens. But Superman Aliens does contextually make a lot more sense than Batman Aliens, but I will tell you that Superman Aliens 2 is a fantastically written miniseries and a lot of fun. I also recommend you guys go check that out. But thank you guys so much for checking out my review. If you would like me to take a look at any of the other Batman or Superman, Green Lantern, whatever, versus Alien Predator books, please let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys for my next review.